What's going on, guys? Today we are not working on the Biscayne again, no parts, sorry. We are working on my I believe it's a 90 Mustang 50 GT convertible. So in the last video, I got this thing running for the first time. I'm guessing that there might be still a bolt down in the pan, I don't know. So we're just gonna get this thing running and driving like more permanently today. The cooling system is buttoned up. All I've got to do is replace the faulty fuel pump in the tank on this car. So I've got my little gas in the bottle trick here, so I can crank this thing up and pull it onto my car trailer, and then we're going to get it to my old job, putting it on the lift. So let's get this thing loaded up. Got a brand new battery for it here. Backing up. Oh, crap. Well, for a little bit of work, I did get the Mustang on the trailer. So now we got to get it to the shop. See you at the shop. I got to say, it feels pretty good being back at the old shop, being able to use it for working on this Mustang. I've got to put this car up in the air and see about dropping the tank. Now, the fuel gauge says that it's empty. I'm hoping it's right, because I surely don't want to drop a tank that's full. So I've got a new pump. So let's get this thing up in the air. Now, there's one more thing I got to fix after the new pump is in. There's some wiring underneath the driver's seat. It's the fuel pump relay. One of the wires have pulled out of the connector on going to that relay. So I'm going to have to repair that as well. So fingers crossed, guys, getting this pump replaced is all I need, and this thing will be a driver. Fingers crossed. It's going to be tough turning wrenches on this thing with my fingers crossed. Welcome to the shop, guys. I am here. Got the Mustang up in the air. Gotta tell you, it took a little bit to get it off the trailer and up into the air, but I'm up here. Let's get a good look underneath this car. I gotta say, it is a leaky car. I don't like it. Oil everywhere. I mean, everywhere. Looks like, why does it look like there's coolant coming from the water pump? I didn't spill any. Yeah, just oil on the transmission. No catalytic converters. Missing. No holes in the floorboards though. Wait a second. Did someone hammer? Nah. I mean, that almost looks like someone poked holes in the paint. I don't know. But no rust holes in the floors. The exhaust end abruptly. No turn downs. Gonna have to do something about that. So hopefully the tank on this isn't gonna be too bad to drop. So let's get to dropping the tank, shall we? So I now have the fuel tank installed. I didn't install everything all the way. I still have the fuel neck loose and stuff, but should be enough that I could fix the wiring under the seat, hit the key, and hear it fire up. Once I hear it fire up, then I will finish up with the fuel tank. If I finish up with the fuel tank now, what's going to happen is the pump's not going to work, and then I'm going to have to pull it back out. So I'm going to try to, you know, minimize the whatever. I think y'all know what I'm talking about. So I got to go to the interior of this car and go underneath that seat and fix the wiring. All right, so what we've got here is we have a wire that has pulled out of this green connector. So I need to pop the connector out, crimp on the wire. Yeah. So, okay, there it is. All right. I'm gonna pop this tab, and then this connector will fall right out. Well, not quite fall out, but push out. There it is. So this connector right here is the problem. So I'm just gonna reattach it and hope that this green corrosion ain't gonna hurt anything. I'm going to hit this with some electrical contact cleaner and just hope for the best. Yeah, I'm gonna have to open up this connector some, so I'll be right back. There it is. Alright. So let's try cranking this thing up, guys. So this will be on the existing fuel system. None of my stupid stuff. I heard a fuel pump. We have fuel pressure. It's running. I'm a little suspicious of, I'm suspicious that we have some bad injectors, like sticky injectors. Ran better with the with what I did with it. So I'm going to back this thing out so it doesn't smoke up the shop so much, and I'm going to start diagnosing the misfires. So what I'm going to do now is the plan is I am going to remove each spark plug wire while the car's running, and I'm going to figure out which cylinder is missing. So let's crank this thing up and start doing that. big vacuum leak. Alright, so first thing, I'm going to check for big vacuum leaks. It's clearing up when I spray it in there makes me think we've got bad injectors. Alright, so it's not going to be ignition, it's going to be some sort of a fueling problem, so bad injector. So I'm going to get a screwdriver and I'm going to whack each injector and try to free up a injector. I got a stuck injector somewhere. Although I need to figure out which one is gonna shock me, I know it. That one's working. So I'm cleaning up here at the shop. I'm going to be heading back to my own garage and I will put some other injectors in it because I'm pretty sure I've got some bad injectors. So I will see y'all at the shop. It is Thursday night right now. This video is supposed to be out tomorrow. So I'm trying to get this thing wrapped up so I can get this edited. I've ran into a couple of problems. I've got 3 cylinder misfires. I've got 2 injectors bad on the driver's side of the car and 1 bad on the passenger side. And I've got a horrible coolant leak. Let me show you. Right down. I don't think you can. So I have a horrible coolant leak coming out of the heater. So that's going to require more work. So let me just try. It's like 8 o'clock at night right now. Let me crank this thing up one more time before I disturb the neighbors too much. And I'm going to hammer on those 3 injectors. I mean hammer, because if they're bad, I mean, what's it going to hurt me hammering on them a little bit harder? So I'm going to hammer on them, and hopefully something good will come out of it. Otherwise, I'm just going to go ahead and edit this video for video purposes. So anyhow, let's crank this thing up and start hammering on these injectors. Yeah, I'm a little worried about this engine. It's pretty smoky in here. So, I'm going to check the timing on this thing and try to lock her down. This thing is starting to run better and better the longer I run it. I can't run it too long because the heater core is leaking like crazy. So I'm going to lock down the timing, and tomorrow I'll take the heater hose lines, join them together so I'd eliminate that leak, and then I'll look into a new heater core. So anyhow, let me get to timing this thing and man, maybe go for a ride. Let's go for a ride. You know, this thing, it's got injectors that are coming and going. Maybe I ought to just go ahead and buy all new injectors for it. I mean, you can definitely you hear the cam that's in it. It runs and drives. Just need to work on that misfire issue. Oh, and a leaking heater core. Weak. Alright guys, I got lots of work I got to do to this thing still, but it's running and I drove it down the road. So there will be another video on this, guys, injectors and I guess heater core. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and guys, I appreciate y'all watching. I'll catch y'all later.